The city square was alive with tourists, street performers, and vendors hustling for attention. It was the kind of place where cameras never stopped clicking, where moments passed faster than people could hold them. Among the noise, no one noticed the woman in the long skirt and frayed sweater sitting quietly near the fountain, clutching a small satchel that looked like it had seen every season twice. Some thought she was lost. Others figured she was just another traveler pausing to rest. A group of influencers filming dance clips nearby even joked she must be waiting for a free tour guide. None of them paid much attention when she reached into her bag and pulled out a stick of chalk, worn down, ivory white. She walked to an open slab of sidewalk, just beside the crowded coffee cart. Then she knelt. One of the influencers raised a brow. Is she drawing hopscotch? Laughter followed. But she didn't hear them. Or maybe she did, and didn't care. She began to draw. Slowly. Intentionally. Her hand glided with precision, making arcs and lines that didn't resemble anything at first. Just curves. Loops, shadows. People passed by without looking. Some even stepped over the work in progress. But a child stopped, tilting his head. Mommy, what is she making? His mother glanced, then froze. The lines were becoming something else. Something alive. Within 20 minutes, what had started as random chalk strokes transformed into a lifelike eye, so detailed it looked like it was watching the crowd. Shading so precise, the colors seemed to bleed from the pavement, even though she used only one chalk stick. Crowds began forming. Phones came out. What the? How is that even chalk? She must be an art student from somewhere. Or is this one of those social experiments? A vendor approached her and offered her a water bottle. She nodded in thanks, didn't speak, just kept working. Her movements had rhythm now, almost musical. With each pass of her hand, a story unfolded. A face began to form, then hands, then a scene so vivid it brought silence to a once loud corner. In less than an hour, the entire square was hushed. It wasn't just art. It was real. An elderly man dropped his coffee as he stared. That's her. That's my late wife. Someone gasped. This can't be real. Others saw different things. A woman sobbed quietly, pointing. It's the house I grew up in. It's exactly like it was before the fire. The image on the ground wasn't static. To each person who looked, it became something personal, something haunting, beautiful, and deeply familiar. Someone live-streamed it. The video went viral within minutes. Simple woman draws on sidewalk. Crowd sees different images. View count soared. Comment sections overflowed. She drew my childhood dog. I saw my brother who passed away. This isn't art. It's something else. She finished her drawing by placing a tiny heart in the corner. Then she stood up, dusted her hands, and walked away. No words. No tip jar. No signature. By the time the local news arrived, she was gone. And then came the real mystery. The sidewalk where she drew? It rained that night. A heavy downpour. But the drawing didn't wash away. Not even a smudge. Investigators sent samples to labs. It wasn't regular chalk. The material couldn't be identified. No match in any commercial or natural compound databases. A week later, the sidewalk was quietly fenced off and removed by a private firm no one had heard of. The city issued a vague statement about urban safety upgrades. But the video lived on. People around the world began recognizing her. Grainy footage appeared from years ago, her sketching in different countries, always unnoticed, always leaving behind something beautiful and unexplainable. She'd drawn a mural in Nepal after an earthquake, a portrait in Berlin that matched no known subject, a bird in Tokyo that seemed to flutter in the wind. Each time, she vanished. Some called her a ghost. Others believed she was part of a secret art collective. But a few knew the truth. In an anonymous forum, a user posted a story. They claimed to have lived in a shelter 10 years earlier. A woman matching her description had shown up one winter. She didn't speak much. But every night, she'd draw on the walls with ash from the stove. What she drew comforted people, gave them peace when they had none. And then one day, she left leaving behind only a note. Art is not meant to be owned. It's meant to remind you of what's real. People started looking for her, not to exploit but to understand. Yet she remained elusive. The influencer who mocked her? He posted an apology video. He had seen a vision of his estranged father in her chalk lines, and it changed him. He took down all his prank videos, started using his platform to promote unknown street artists. Even years later, the original video of her sidewalk art still trends every few months. Comments continue to grow. Found this video again. Still gives me chills. She made me feel seen, even through a screen. I never knew a drawing could make me cry like this. But no one ever saw her face clearly. No one knew where she came from, or where she went. And somewhere, on a forgotten street in a town not yet paying attention, a woman pulls a piece of chalk from her satchel. She kneels. And the world is about to remember something it forgot it lost.